Hi there guys, Shannon Princess Wrestling here again, and today is my No Surrender 2012 review video. I've just finished watching it and I was that hyped up that I just had to record it now. We first open with the first Bound for Glory series semi-final match of Samoa Joe versus Jeff Hardy. Really good match throughout. I mean, I'm biased. We all know I love Jeff, but it was a good match with Joe. I didn't think they would mesh well together, but they really did. Jeff then won the match and advanced to the finals. Second match we got was the other semi-final match, James Storm versus Bully Ray. Again, good match throughout. Most of the matches were good, and I'll explain why. We get to the end of it though, and Bobby Roode appears out of nowhere after they've knocked down both referees. Well, they knocked down Errol, then referee Stifler came out and they knocked him down, and then they knocked Errol down again. Lots of shenanigans. Bobby Roode then runs out with a beer bottle, clanks James Storm right in the back of the head, and Ray gets the win. Again, it's basically just carrying on the Roode Storm storyline, which I reckon they're going to have a match at Bound for Glory. I knew that was coming. The next match we got was the Knockouts title match. Miss Tessmacher versus Tara, teacher versus student. Now, one thing I will say about this match is, if you actually watch this match, it's not, the standard 5-minute diva filler matches that you expect in WWE. That's how women are supposed to fucking wrestle. The two of them work great together. Obviously, Tara has taught Tessmacher everything that she knows, and the two of them are amazing wrestlers. Tara has always been my favourite female wrestler. For one, she can wrestle. Two, she's strong, but that's how women are meant to wrestle. And yeah, they had a little bit of a spat in the storyline. Tessmacher did win. Tara was not happy about it, so I'm hoping that they're going to carry on with this storyline. But that's how women are meant to wrestle. Not these models that get taught how to wrestle. That's how women are meant to wrestle. Little tirade over. They then cut to a backstage segment with Bobby Roode being dragged away by police, and handcuffed and being dragged away by police. Hulk Hogan basically saying, "You're going to jail," blah 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 blah. Next minute, James Storm, obviously irate, jumps on Bobby Roode while he's handcuffed and is punching the living daylights out of him. But then Storm ends up getting arrested as well and dragged off. Goodbye. The next match wasn't really a match, but the next thing in the ring was Austin Aries versus the Armbreaker from Aces and Eights. I mean, yeah, it was a plain fight. No referee, no DQs, no countouts, no nothing. It was just Austin and this guy, the Armbreaker guy. So it was some really good spots. I mean, Austin Aries, to me, is still one of the best, if not the best, wrestler there is. Because the guy is insane. He can do mat work, he can fly, and he's so quick and agile and light on his feet. It's just brilliant. Then, as Austin Aries is nearing to win the match, the rest of Aces and Eights appear and gang up on him. And then the locker room empties. Basically, AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, Christopher Daniels, I think I saw Zima Ion there as well, Jeff Hardy, Bully Ray, they all empty and then a scuffle breaks out. They all start scuffling. And the big guy, a big guy in a black hood, who kind of looks like Dave Bautista, but, well, obviously he was masked, but build-wise he looks like Batista. Grabs Jeff and Ramsey's shoulder into the ring post. This time, then Hogan comes down and aces and eights clear out the ring. Bully Ray is the first one to tell Hogan that Jeff's injured. Call the doctors down. Jeff gets taken away into the back with a suspected shoulder injury. The commentators are obviously, like Taz and Mike Tenay, are quite anxious about Jeff, but that'll come later. The next match we got was the X Division match, Sonjay Dutt versus Zema Ion. Now, I didn't really, apart from like the recent, sort of like last couple of years, I hadn't really seen much of Sonjay Dutt because I've only been watching TNA for about three and a half years now. And that guy is flipping amazing. Some of the moves. That's why I love X Division, because, I mean, I'm not a big Zema Ion fan, but Sonjay Dutt is just amazing. Good back and forth. High flying, innovative moves, just what you would expect from an X Division match. A little bit of cheating, and Zema Ion retained. Whoop-de-doo. Not much to say about that apart from Sonjay Dutt is amazing, and I wish that they would just give him the X Division title because the guy deserves it. Next match was Rob Van Dam versus Magnus. Not really much to say about this match. It was the only match on the card that I thought let them down. I mean, RVD. I mean, Rob is still a brilliant wrestler, but they just didn't work well together, I didn't think. My personal opinion, of course, but I just don't think they worked very well together. RVD picked up the win. Nothing much more to say about that. The match of the night, by far, the tag team title match. AJ Styles and Kurt Angle versus Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. Some amazingly awesome spots. It was a really, really good match with a really shitty ending. We'd already had the Bobby Roode bottle attack and the shenanigans with the referee. The match was going really well in AJ and Kurt's favour. AJ was just about to do the Styles Clash, and Daniels grabs his Appletini or whatever cocktail it is from ringside, hits him in the face, and Kaz and Daniels retain. Now, fair enough to have one match end in shenanigans, but two important matches ended in shenanigans. No, not the way I would have wrote it. Not me personally, anyway. But for the match that it was before the shenanigans at the end, it was easily just touching a 5-star match. Quite easily. The match starts for the BFG finals, Ray versus Jeff. Now, we're obviously all speculating about Jeff's injury, so Bully Ray comes down and plays music, comes down. They play Jeff's music twice and Jeff doesn't show up, but Hulk Hogan does. And Hogan comes down, and Bully Ray says that he understands the Ace and 8 stuff's got to stop, and he wants to have the match, and he knows that the Bound for Glory series means a hell of a lot to him, and it does to Jeff. And Hogan suggests that he gets 4 more days, as in postponing the match and taking it on to Impact on Thursday to give Jeff a fighting chance. But before Bully Ray can agree to anything, Jeff Hardy comes down, strapped up completely, his arm all strapped up down there, all strapped up across him, and give him his credit, he had the stones to do it. There was even a little sort of fist bump from him and Bully Ray to say respect for coming down. It was a one-sided match. The first sort of half of the match was all one-sided. Bully Ray basically picking on Jeff's arm, just like any other wrestler would do, and then the momentum started to build, and for some reason Jeff managed it. Jeff beat Bully Ray and has won the Bound for Glory series, and will face Austin Aries at Bound for Glory. As you can tell by the smile, I was not expecting that. No, I was not expecting it. For anyone who knows me, or if you've watched my videos, you'll know I'm a hardy mark. So I was ecstatic. Hence why this video got filmed immediately after I watched it. I was ecstatic, and I still am. And I can't wait to see what happens in the build towards Bound for Glory and how they're going to play it off. But I did say when Austin Aries first came in to TNA, when he first won his contract, that I would have loved to have seen Jeff versus Austin Aries in a match, because I think the two of them would just be a stellar match. It's like, you know, when you put Jeff Hardy and RVD in a match, even if it's just a shitty match on Impact, you know, you put those two in a match together, they mesh really well, and it's going to be a stellar match. That's my thinking with the basis of Aries and Jeff. I just think it's going to be an awesome match, and I cannot wait for Bound for Glory to see it. So overall, I'd probably give it 4.5 out of 5. Took off half a point for some of the shitty endings in the matches, but overall it was wrote quite well. It was wrote out quite well. The timings were great. The matches got the right length of time. Definitely the best pay-per-view they've had this year so far. And that's high praise coming from TNA, but this is the highest rated pay-per-view, I think, the best one they've had this year so far. They've used the time well, they've used the storylines well, they got rid of the whole AJ Styles Claire Lynch thing, which was great because that would have just dragged us down, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I cannot wait for Bound for Glory. Not very often do I get a chance to say that about a TNA pay-per-view, but maybe I'm just a little bit biased. But even without Jeff winning that match, it was still a great pay-per-view. Now, if you guys have got any comments or any your thoughts on the match, do you think something should have went differently? Just leave me a little comment in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe up above. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.